ha ha, said Henry, you're scared. Flamed the wild monster.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I have been with Bella+Duke for about 3.5 years and I'm the content marketing manager. I work with the team to tell the Bella+Duke story.
I'm Caroline Spencer, part of the content team of Bella+Duke. I am a natural canine behaviourist and I write lots of guides on dog behaviour and training.
My name's Katrina, this is my daughter Annabelle, and this is my gorgeous dog George. I lead the customer experience and brand for Bella+Duke.
Hi, it's Alison from the content team.
I'm Scott, and I'm the e-commerce and retention manager. This is Hugo, and he's just over 7 years old, and I've had him since he was a puppy.
So although I'm quite new to Bella+Duke, I have known Bella+Duke in a different way for quite some time, and that's because of George here. This is Lord George, Georgie, goes by lots of different names. I quite like Lord George.
A bit about my best friend. He's a cat, he's called Stuart. We've had him for about 3.5 years. He's 3.5 years old. We got him when he was 12 weeks old, and he's the best thing that's ever happened to us.
At home, I am owned by 2 Labradoodles, Archie and Markle. Archie's 14 and a half, and I've had him since he was a puppy. He's been raw fed since I got him at 10 weeks. Then there's Markle. Markle is the newest of my pack. I've had her for 18 months now. Got her when she was 14 months old, now her 3rd home.
Today we just have dear little Brora, who's 6. She came into our lives when she was about 1. With a whole host of problems. Her name, when I got her, was Pandora. Yeah, and there was a can of worms to be opened there.
George is 13, and when he came to live with us, we discovered that George had a neurological condition. And that has meant that George has been ill for much of his life, and he's suffered quite a few seizures that have affected his brain. He's been on some quite heavy medication at some points in his life, and he's also now fully blind. He is a born scavenger. He loves food and he loves hunting for food, and he puts up a fight for anything that he finds in our garden, on the streets, when we're out walking, if we're at the beach or at the park. If he finds anything that he thinks is natural and tasty, he wants to have it. He's an old man, he doesn't seem to be doing so very well, he's got quite a few tummy upsets, he's becoming a little bit incontinent. What can we do to make sure that his quality of life is really good? And we decided the very best thing we can do for George actually is, why don't we just give him the very, very, very best food? We know he loves food, food's a real treat for him, and actually, let's make it a moment for him to enjoy.
He did have lots of digestive issues when he was a puppy, and over the years I've tried lots and lots of different diets. It took me too long to switch to raw, to be perfectly honest, because the difference in him is absolutely staggering, to be perfectly honest.
So I think definitely my dogs are really good for mental health. I'm the sort of person that loves the outdoors. My dogs love the outdoors, so if you ever feel like anxiety or stress or just a lot on my plate, first thing I do is pick the leads up, get the dogs out, and we go for a really nice walk up in the moors, round the reservoir, and it just clears your head. The dogs have a really good time, and it just literally just makes you feel a lot better than we were before.
How has he affected my mental health? Well, he's improved it massively. It's, end of the day, he'll come up to me and sit on me for a good half an hour, having a little nap, purring on me, sleeping. It's the cutest thing, and he's so soft, so he's nice and warm, and it gives me a nice warm fuzzy feeling, as you say. So I'll walk up the stairs, I'll go upstairs and he'll swipe my arm, he's always saying hello.
I got Hugo when he was a puppy because I was lonely, and I needed a friend. He's massively improved my mental health for the whole time I've had him. He's so friendly, he's so loving. You give him a blanket on the couch and he will just cuddle up. So when you want to do nothing and when you want to be active, being a gun dog, he's got lots of energy. We like to get out and about. He loves a frisbee, and it's great to be active with him.
It's been really interesting. Also, we've spent a lot of time with George lately, and it's important to talk about pet mental health and everyone else's mental health. One of the things that we have found through lockdown that we've loved is all the quality time we have spent with George. He's a lazy dog, you know, he's an old man, so he's not got a huge amount of energy. He loves his own space, but what he particularly enjoys is time with Annabelle. What is his favourite thing to do with you, Annabelle?
Play with me and listen to me reading, and he likes sleeping with me, and he likes sleeping on my knee.
You do what keeps them happy. So finding out about your own individual is really important, and accepting them for who they are.
How do I help his mental health? Well, we did try to take him for a walk once, and he wouldn't take to the harness. He didn't like it at all. He was having none of it. So what I try to do is I'll play with him with a little bit of string, move him around, you know, give him that exercise, but also that companionship. I'll also, you know, I'll give him belly rubs. He doesn't really like them, but he's getting that sort of touch that would help. And every Saturday he gets himself a little chewing snack as well to just keep him well. So
they help me. She's the most affectionate dog I've ever had. She seems to know when my mood's low, and she'll always sit with me. Archie's known as the dog father because he's such a big, powerful presence. People always stop me to ask me what he is because he just loves people, and it always strikes up conversations with people. So I think from both perspectives, these guys have a great time with me being outdoors, and I also get a lot from them.
I've probably helped him with his mental health as well. You know, getting him out and about and playing with him, and just kind of looking after him, and I bet that he feels a lot happier in himself and less stressed now that he doesn't have digestive issues.
So during lockdown, we like to think that just even quiet time spent together, just being in the same room with the same heartbeat and with familiar sounds around, has really helped all of us really cope with being in, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And how much do we think it's benefited George?
Really well.
He's loved it, hasn't he? He's loved having us around a little bit more often, even though it's just by being there.